A new survey says that 3/4 of adults in the UK are failing to meet the government's guidelines on moderate exercise. Now, this survey was commissioned by the National Charity Partnership, which is a 3-year project between Tesco, Diabetes UK and the British Heart Foundation. And they found that while adults should be exercising 150 hours a week, they're actually only averaging 88 hours. It's a pretty concerning survey, and I'm delighted to say that the Programme Director of the Tesco National Charity Partnership, Jenna Hall, now joins me live on Sportuccino. Good morning to you, Jenna. How are you doing this morning?
Yeah, really well, thank you.
So good to have you on the show. Now, what are some of the alarming concerns about this result from your survey?
So being physically active is absolutely critical, not only to your short-term kind of immediate health gains, but to the longer-term prevention of conditions such as type 2 diabetes and heart and circulatory disease. But the really good news is that we're not actually aiming for people to do 150 hours a week. It's only 150 minutes a week. So in theory, that should be quite achievable. If you break it down into 10-minute chunks or half an hour sessions, then 150 minutes a week should be really, really achievable. And I think the concern is that we know that 3/4 of people are failing to achieve that, which means their risk of type 2 diabetes increases, their risk of heart and circulatory disease increases. And these are massive concerns for the health of the UK as a whole, because there's already around 4 million people suffering with type 2 diabetes and around 7 million with heart and circulatory disease. So that gives us a huge population who are at increased risk over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years if they continue to be physically inactive.
Now, you're right, it should be pretty easy to get those 150 hours. So what are some of the reasons for this not happening?
So the survey between Tesco, Diabetes UK and the British Heart Foundation said that the main reasons why people don't do it are due to cost. So 1 in 4 people said that it was cost that was prohibitive. With an average gym membership being over £360 a year, you can see why that's a problem. But actually, some of the really simple solutions are to go to your local park, get off the bus a few stops early and take a really brisk walk home for an extra 10 or 15 minutes, because that will help boost your amount. It's also around motivation. So worryingly, and this is terrifying, half of the people said that they genuinely didn't have the motivation to do more physical activity. And yet 90% of the survey respondents said that they knew if they were physically active, it would protect their short and long-term health, and particularly their risk of type 2 diabetes and heart disease. So people aren't doing it because it's cost prohibitive, but we've got loads of really quick, simple, cheap and free solutions to help people get more active. And they said it's about motivation, yet they already know that it's about protecting their health. So somewhere we need to find a way of encouraging people to be more physically active through fun, sociable, family-friendly activities that just gets them out and about without thinking that they've got to do sport or exercise.
And your partnership are offering some of these activities for free, aren't you?
Absolutely. So we've got activities happening right across the UK as part of the National Charity Partnership's Let's Do This initiative. So if you pop online to Let's Do This, then that will really help people to find out what's going on in their local area, the events that we're doing, but also some of our partners are doing across the UK. And then on there, you'll also find loads of recipes, hints, tips, and helpful suggestions as to how to get active, either on your own, with your friends, or with your family. Because we know that people have busy weeks, they have a busy schedule. So how can we build physical activity in really small chunks every day to ensure that more people are more active more of the time?
Yeah, and of course there is this huge interest in people learning more online for what they can do to do with fitness, because you've got an app as well, haven't you?
Absolutely. We've got our Goal Setter app, which is there to really help people to take those small steps into setting a goal and then helping them to deliver it. So it will send you a text message and a reminder that says, you said you were going to go out for a 10-minute walk today. Have you been? And I think having that opportunity to set personalized health-related goals online is absolutely about helping people to take that next step in a way that's supportive and very much kind of peers talking to one another about how they can set a health-related goal and make a difference, not only to how they feel today and tomorrow, but how actually they're going to protect their long-term health in the future as well. So to head onto our website, which is let's-do-this.org.uk, and there's loads of information on there, and we're always active on Twitter and Facebook as well. So I'm sure your audience will be really keen to get onto @ComeOnLDT. So
yeah, I'll go and download it myself after the show. That sounds almost as direct as my watch when it says move. It tells me to move my butt and get active. Pretty direct there, so I like that. So there's this three-year partnership between Diabetes UK, the British Heart Foundation, and Tesco. What is the overall goal of this partnership?
So the partnerships come together to quite simply work together to change the health of the nation. And we've got a particular focus on preventing type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that's because they are two of the biggest health concerns for the UK. So the ways in which we're doing it are by helping people to become more physically active more of the time through our website, through our goal setter, through the local programmes of events and activities. But we've also got a range of other work that we're doing with Tesco in store as well. So we're very supportive of the work they're doing on reformulation and their free fruit initiative for children and young people. And it really is about supporting everybody across the UK to make those small changes to become healthier, both for today and tomorrow, but the long term as well.
Well, fantastic. It's been really good to hear from you this morning, Jenna, and it's a really important thing that we need to think about. So just one more time before you go, let us know how we can find all of this information online once more and all of the social media channels as well, please.
Okay, so on Twitter, our handle is @ComeOnLDT. On Facebook, if you search for Let's Do This, we'll pop up in the top of the search rankings. And if you're heading online, head to let's-do-this.org.uk.
Wonderful. Jenna Hall, the National Charity Partnership Programme Director, thank you so much for being on Sportuccino this morning.